Hey, Mike, you guys ran the ball 34 times on Saturday night. I'm wondering if that can make your offense more effective if you're able to run the ball as well as you did.
We ran it more, but part of that's what the defense was giving us, and then I think our running backs have continued to improve.
Do you remember a game in the last few years where you guys have ran the ball that much?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look, but some more than others, But and we do get the ball to those guys a lot. I don't know where they stacked up as far as yards from that position, but it's usually good towards the top of the conference. I mean, it's even been number one a number of times. When I was in the Big 12, it used to be us in Oklahoma State, as far as yards for the running back position.
Coach Stoops was saying your defense is underrated, maybe gets overlooked a little bit because of all the emphasis on offense. How well do you think you're playing defensively right now?
I think we're doing some good things. I think we're kind of like the offense. I think we're a work in progress. I think we're improving. I think we got a ways to go. I think that, we're a real eager, excited group as far as practice, that sort of thing.
Thank you.
Next is Tom Murphy, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Mike, I wanted to ask you a question about your defense as well. What's been the keys to the success of your run defense? And when you look at that against Arkansas's run-pass option schemes, what do you think of that matchup in this game?
We try to move the front around some. We blitz some. In other words, we try to keep them off balance. I think it helps if we successfully could do that, but the biggest thing is our defensive front has to affect Arkansas. If it doesn't, then they're going to be able to move the ball pretty well. I mean, we have to affect the quarterback if they throw it, but also just move the line of scrimmage around and create penetration to obstruct the run game.
Yeah, and then I wanted to get your thoughts, if you could, on what you think of KJ Jefferson as the dual threat. And then their number 20, Dominic Johnson, he averages 7.9 yards a carry. Looks like he might be getting more playing time. What have you seen of him?
I think they're good players. I think they're both explosive. Just kind of good, steady, explosive players.
Next we'll go to David Murray of Gene's Page.
Coach, you were probably wrapping up practice at the time, but when the college football playoff rankings came out and your team was number 17, do you have any response to that, or what it says about the last three victories where it's put Mississippi State in the SEC standings as well?
Some were happy and stuff. I didn't notice it until later at night. People texted me, but that's fun for now, but we gotta play well. I mean, we gotta go out there and improve as a team and play well this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next is Stefan Krajasnik of the Tupelo Daily Journal.
I know on the depth chart you guys have Cole Smith kind of listed on the left side. Obviously, you got the start at right guard against Kentucky. Do you kind of just see him as that number 6 guy that can fit anywhere in the offensive line for you? And how would you assess his performance last week?
I thought he played pretty well. I think he could play any of the inside three, either guard or center.
Next we'll go to Bob Hope, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Mike, how you doing today? In most of the preseason polls, Arkansas and Mississippi State were picked to finish near the bottom of the division. You guys are both, have multiple wins over ranked teams and are 5-3. And what do you think that says about the depth in the SEC West? Maybe how does that compare to other conferences you've coached in previously?
I think the conference is deep. I think that's pretty accurate. I would say it's more so than usual for sure. As far as in particular, I think it seems to me that the offensive lines and especially the defensive lines are good this conference. I think that well, the other thing, and we struggle with the youth on our team, but some of these teams, with the COVID, everybody got an extra year. I mean, some guys are given into 90 scholarships or so, and so I think some of that's made the league tougher. I think, in other words, the guys that stayed over on some teams, I think that provided depth and provided leadership and that type of thing on some teams, and so I think it's done that to a point a little bit around the country.
And then you've obviously coached at a ton of different, road venues and your various stops. I don't think you've ever coached a game in Fayetteville. I think when you were in Kentucky, you guys played Arkansas and Little Rock. But am I right that you've never coached a game in Fayetteville? I'm just wondering if you're looking forward to doing that for the first time, if that is the case.
I've never even been to Fayetteville. And we did that when I was in Kentucky. We played Little Rock.
So you're looking forward to coming to Fayetteville for the first time?
Yeah, I've always wanted to see it. I've been kind of on the Missouri side near Fayetteville, and it's real pretty there and everything. So I'm sure it's a nice spot.
It is. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
To wrap you up, Coach, thank you.
All right. Thanks.